ROCpodcasts.com.
AirWreckRadio.
Bow to your robot overlord.
Well, here they come again. They heard that things were happening. With mics in front of faces, their lips begin to flapping. They talk about world and local news reports, and even Steph Mickles, cause she's a doggy whore. Corey says, man, it's a goddamn joke. Corruption is abundant and the POTUS is a hoax. Stacy says,
Man, I'd like to act, but Americans are lazier than most, that's fact.
so go get a bowl, a spoon, and some cereal, and sit your ass down. It's time for AirWreck Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and thank you for choosing AirWreck Radio. We'd like to apologize in advance if there's any inconvenience caused, but we're going down. It is the 26th day of January in the year 2014. I am Corey.
And I'm Stacy.
And for those of you who are listening at home, this is AirWreck Radio.
Live.
And if you're counting, this is not Monday.
No.
No, not Monday.
It is, in fact, the Lord's Day.
It is the day of the Lord, the Sunday. Or the day to worship your son.
Hail Peyton Manning, full of grace. Hallowed be thy name and virtue.
And second Super Bowl ring. What?
Yeah.
We are broadcasting live and recording in the Hideaway Brewery Studios, per usual. Fake radio, doing fake reads for real beer.
This week's real beer is Mountain Dew and coffee, because it's too damn early for beer just yet.
That's what he thinks.
Well, that's the official story.
He could be a pansy. I was drunk at 8 o'clock this morning.
Was that still from,
Yes.
Revolution Theory?
Yeah, that was
Friday
still Friday night. I was still drunk from that, yeah.
Thoughts? We went out, folks, we pumped it, and we saw several of you people there.
Yes.
Came and shook hands, talked, spoke, schmoozed, hodgepodged, whatever you'd like
Handed
to
out
call
a
it.
lot of cards to new people.
Definitely met some new friends. How was Revolution Theory at Nashville's, Corey? Did you enjoy your time there?
I'm sure I did.
Yeah, I think you did.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, if I didn't, I'd probably remember it better.
I think you did. You appeared to be enjoying yourself.
I found there was all you can drink beer.
Yeah.
And
was
it's a good thing. Like, I was all mad they didn't tell me when I walked in the door, because I spent a bunch of money on booze already. I'm kind of glad they didn't tell me till when they did.
Yeah.
They gave me an open keg. Is what they gave me. They said, here's a cup and a tap. Have fun.
Here's what happened. I wish they'd have told us this, because I would have. I think we would have said it on the show, and then we would have met even more wreck heads at the show.
Yeah, I wish I'd have known about that.
It was a benefit concert, and you paid $10 towards the benefit, and they gave you a magic cup.
This was a magical cup.
Bottomless. It had no bottom.
Now, I spent a fair amount of money in ones because the barmaid shouldn't lose out because it's a benefit.
Definitely
concert.
not. Tip
so
your
I
barmaids.
tipped every time I went up and got a free beer. But, man, was I throwing them back. And once the light beer turned to water, it was a wrap, Jack.
Free beer is easy to drink.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, it was like 4 or 5 different beers. None of them high end.
No,
but there was something there for everybody.
Yeah.
I think it was Bud Light, Coors Light, Rolling Rock.
Was Rolling Rock on the list?
I think so. It was a Rolling Rock.
If I like Rolling Rock, I'd be upset to hear that now, because I didn't have any of that shit.
Rolling Rock is the cheapest beer on their tap.
So enough about the beers.
Sorry. How about the bands?
How were the bands?
I didn't get there in time to see the Uncle Fran band.
I also didn't, and that's regrettable.
But I did get to spend a couple minutes talking to them.
Good.
Off stage and all that. The middle act, I don't know what their name is. Okay? Because it was the same. They've got branding issues.
Yeah.
I heard a lot about Jarhead. They're the Jarhead band. They're the Jarhead.
Wasn't that them?
There was a shot called the Jarhead. But the sign they had on the front of the set said Joey Arena or some whatever. Not Joey Arena. That's the guy from Youngbloods. But
yeah, it is.
Yeah. But it said, Joe, whatever his last name was, band.
Yeah.
But on the signs they had in front, I was really confused.
I liked their set list a lot.
Yes.
And I think that if they had turned down, their levels were a little weak.
A little strong.
Weak is the wrong word.
They're a little strong.
Their levels were not set properly, to my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I think the opinion of more than just me at the show.
They said that it's a different kind of room than they're used to playing in, so they probably just weren't familiar with the acoustics of the room.
Could be. They played good songs, and I thought they played them well. I wish it had sounded a little better, but I'm not going to beat them up over that. They were a country band. They played a lot of good country tunes, like rockin' country tunes. I really enjoyed their set list a bunch. They seemed to play for a long time, but maybe that's just because I was in a hurry to get to Revolution Theory.
They did seem to play for a long time. Well, they said they had about an hour.
Yeah.
And they got started late.
Yeah, well, as happens.
Yeah, of course, with rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're too busy in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's true.
You got to get your lines bumped in, man. You got to get that. Got to get your thoughts straight.
The views and opinions expressed by Corey on AirWreck Radio do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of all the people on AirWreck Radio.
There wasn't a single dick joke in there.
No, I know, but I don't know what,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, whatever.
Revolution Theory.
Rock the house like they always do.
Yeah, they were really good.
They are, dude. Oh, this is the first time you got to see them play live.
Yeah.
Oh, they're really good.
Yeah, I've never seen them play live.
They got great lights and stage show, and they got
very energetic, especially considering that half the band has like the flu or something.
And the lead singer has like bronchitis.
He sounded great.
Yeah, he's good.
He did a good job. I thought they had a great show. Friends, go see Revolution Theory the next time they're in town.
Any chance you get a chance.
Yeah. They're a good cover band of good covers. They do a good job selecting their set list. They play well.
There's a lot of talent on that stage.
Yeah.
And they're really trying hard, those guys. You can see they're really working.
Yeah, they spend a lot of time doing what they do.
They practice a couple times a week. They gig every weekend. They got a lot of money invested in equipment and all that.
Yeah.
We got to talk to them about doing some more work with us.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
A
band with that much energy and talent, there's definitely something that we could do together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we doing this on Sunday? We told the people it was Sunday, but we never told them why we're doing this on Sunday.
Well, folks, here's the deal. AirWreck Radio is a big fucking deal. And as a big fucking deal,
shit, really? I had noticed.
We have other stuff to do on Monday. This week, Corey and I will be splitting up to do other podcasts, and the problem with that is that other podcasts do their show on Monday night also. So since we can't be in two places at the same time, we've decided to be at two places at separate times and do AirWreck Radio today, Sunday, in the very early afternoon.
Man, fuck you.
It's unusual. Corey, why the fuck you? What's
I'm predicating the why we're going to different podcasts because we're fighting.
Oh, I see.
We're spatting.
I see.
We're having a lovers quarrel.
Are we having? We're quarreling.
We should play that up on the other podcasts.
Yeah.
That we're having a lovers quarrel. That's why we're doing other podcasts. We're shopping around for a new home.
Other podcasts, if you're listening, the reason we're actually splitting up is because we feel that some of us are more attuned to some podcasts
than other podcasts.
That is the beauty of the ROC Podcast Network.
And we're pretty good at this marketing thing.
Yeah.
And we understand that two people can do this separately and double the message power.
Yeah, we can get twice as many people listening to half as many of us at a time. So Corey's going to be on Monday Medicine this week.
Yes, on undertheskin.tv or rocpodcasts.com, iTunes, Stitcher, the whole, the usual suspects.
Wherever you're listening to us right now.
Unless it's our website.
Yeah, you won't find them.
Well, you know what? I will.
Why not?
Well, I'll make sure to get up there.
We'll talk to our web genie about that.
All right. The web genie says we'll make that happen.
He's going to physically staple his screen to another screen. And that's how the internet works. Ta-da!
With a pneumatic stapler.
I, Stacy, will be on Second Prince podcast. Second Prince, you all know, if you're a common listener, you know that they are a comic book podcast about pop culture, comic books, and other general bullshit.
Bullshit.
So I'm going to be at the comic book shop talking books and wrecking things over there.
And you're the one who wants to be all highbrow, and there's going to be at least 13 dick jokes in that conversation.
You know what? When we're talking comic books, I'm all right. I'm good with it.
I can't wait to get over to Monday Medicine. Those guys really like what they're doing. Yeah. They got a great setup. They got a lot of money and time and energy invested in what they're doing.
They put a fun little bumper up for our show.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Yeah, you can find it on their Facebook. Facebook.com/ I don't know. It's probably under the skin.
I know.
I will look it up for the next break.
We saw it on Mental Overload. Had shared it, so I'm sure we can just share it to our own AirWreckRadio.
Oh, I already did.
Well, there's where you can find it, folks.
I was trying to give them a little heat.
Well, they made it, so you're right. They deserve it.
I was trying to give them a little bit of the heat there instead of being totally self-serving.
How out of character.
I know. Well, one tries to better themselves as they mature in the process.
So that's why we're here on Sunday.
Yes.
Corey is trying to better himself as he matures in the process.
Yes.
You know who is not trying to better themselves as they mature in the process, Corey?
I smell a segue.
Justin Bieber is not trying to mature himself.
I've been trying so hard not to talk about this on our goddamn show.
How hard have you been trying? We only make one show a week. It happened the day after show day.
He's been blowing his goddamn mind off for, I don't know, 6 months, a year now.
But now he got a DWE. And that is something we talk about frequently.
Oh, so now you feel that you have a segue into the show?
We all know that I have an opinion that current drunk driving law is too strict.
We know that.
Too stringent. It's ridiculous, the penalties incurred on good, hardworking people. Justin Bieber, on the other hand, should be pulled in front of a firing squad and shot before he can kill anybody. Or make... I know it doesn't seem like it fits the crime.
No, it certainly doesn't.
But this is a little bit of preventative maintenance.
Okay, why do you say it's preventative maintenance?
I'm sick of him being distracting.
Okay. You know what? I was all ready to argue with you until that line right there.
Yeah, what about it?
I'm done. No, you're right. Good for you.
He is the smoke and mirrors.
He really... Okay. I got nothing.
But he sure is fun to hate, too, little bastard. Little rich fucker. He pisses in a janitor's bucket.
He bores me.
Bill Clinton sucks. Gets a phone call from Bill Clinton. Do you think he ever said, I'm sorry to the janitor that had to fucking mop floors with a piss bucket and then mop them again?
He bores me. Bieber.
Yeah.
He hasn't tried to do anything that somebody else hasn't already done. He's always trying to pick up the heat off of somebody else's stuff. This is all pre-planned. This guy's not losing his mind. Him and his agent and his mom and his dad all got together and his lawyers and said, all right, this is what we need to do. We need to pump up some heat. So you're going to turn into the bad boy. People love the bad boy. But you look like a girl. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. You wanted to bring it up?
I do. No, well, but I'm waiting patiently for my chance to disagree with you.
Okay. It's all an act, and it's all a show, and I'm bored with it.
That's what you think. I think he doesn't know any better. I think you're right. I think some of it is, for show. I
like this DUI. This was planned.
It's kind of a chicken or the egg thing.
He rented the car.
I don't really care if it's planned or not. My issue is that he's an asshat, and I would like to see an end to his asshattery.
I really can't. See, that's the point that I thought I was going to be able to argue, but you said it so well that I just can't. I can't do it.
I also like to see Justin Bieber suffer, and it amuses me to think that he is not planning this. He is actually suffering a human emotion. And I know that that's small-minded and petty of me, but I don't care. It's fucking guilty pleasure. Some people like chocolate. I like to see kids suffer.
That's
if
strange.
They're famous and rich.
You're very dynamic individual.
Yeah,
Stace.
sometimes.
You're a strange guy, I tell you.
But I like Miley Cyrus, all right. I don't got a problem with her.
And this brings me back around to he looks like a girl. We've
Yes.
all seen the pictures on the internet of the face either cut and diagonally crossed or
Yes,
next
they
to
look
each
very
other.
similar, like Leonardo DiCaprio and Milla Jovovich.
Bringing back to my Hollywood clones theory.
Yeah.
We're just cloning the same people over and over and over and over again.
I'm telling you right now, Hannah Montana is running the show. She didn't disappear, retire. She just...
Miley Cyrus is gone.
Hannah Montana moved into the shadows to operate Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus. It's the perfect cover. We'll know for sure if we line Bieber against a wall while he's in prison for his DWI. He was drag racing too. That's reckless, Corey. That certainly deserves a penalty.
Do you know what the top speed he was clocked at was?
Oh, it's just not high enough.
60 miles an hour.
He should get that Paul Walker
In a
car
Lamborghini.
and drive like an ass in that.
A very good friend of ours brought up to me when I discussed it with them that you can tell the difference between the Justin Bieber breakdown and the Britney Spears breakdown.
Yeah, because Britney Spears cut her hair off.
Not once was that girl smiling.
No.
When she started to fall from grace, she did not smile the full way down.
See, I think Justin
this kid
Bieber
does nothing but smile.
I think he's Tom Cruise crazy, and he just doesn't know how to not smile.
But Tom Cruise went crazy.
He frowns on the inside, Corey. You just can't see it.
Oh, of course he does. Thus the story of the crying clown. But, oh, wow, I nailed it right there.
Huh,
Clown.
that was deep.
Oh, I nailed it. He's a clown. Why are we talking about Justin Bieber on AirWreck Radio?
Because he got a DWI, and I thought that would be fun.
Can we not do the same thing every other radio show does?
All right. Let's talk about global warming and why it sucks.
All right.
So, most of us who are involved in this podcast are freezing our balls off.
Yes.
If you're listening, odds are you're freezing your balls off.
Yeah.
It's cold outside. It's colder than normal. They call it the polar vortex. And surprise, this is not a new term. It's not even a new thing. The polar vortex is something that until very recently maintained a safe distance from us and was in a more polar region.
Thus, a polar vortex.
As climate changes,
what now?
Climate changes?
What's climate changes?
As the climate changes,
Okay. But I don't
you're
know.
going to see.
I don't know what you mean, man. Climate hasn't changed. It's the same it's always been.
Sure, it is.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
I just want to get that out there.
Fail troll is failure.
Yeah.
As the climate changes, you're going to start to see a breakdown in boundaries between what happens in what places. And the reason for that, I've thought of, I had a hard time figuring out exactly why it is that, like, cold air from the north can be getting more southerly right now. And I thought, I spent a lot of time thinking about this, Corey, and I'd like to spell it out, if I may.
Okay. I got to ask real quick before we get into it. Is this Stacy's well thought out opinion or cold researched fact?
It is mind experiment made out of researched fact.
Okay, so there's some conjecture in this.
Picture, if you will, a glass ball about the size, a 3-foot wide glass ball, I think is what I picture when I try to picture the world. Now, this ball represents the world. All right? And inside of it is a bunch of air. And that air represents, we're going to call that water. Now fill it with smoke. That smoke is salt in the water. Now, if you put a light at the middle of the ball, like on the outside shining towards the middle of the ball, you would see the smoke would start to, it would move around inside of the ball. Okay? And that's going to represent, like, how air patterns work, how just temperature gets relegated.
Yeah.
And the thicker the smoke, the more salt the water has, the more stable different zones are going to be in climate. So you'll see if you added a little wind into the smoke, you would see that it wouldn't make it very far away from the wind source because the smoke is so dense.
Mm-hmm.
But if the smoke is thinner, say icebergs melt because the globe is warming,
Mm-hmm.
and we add more fresh water to the salinated water, desalinating the water.
Absolutely.
What happens is that it becomes much more easy for something to change somewhere and have a longer term effect, a wider spread effect. So the boundaries between hot and cold are going to break down. We're going to have more hot and more cold and less medium temperature.
Can I throw another dynamic on top of the pile here?
Please feel free.
Now the glass is getting thinner, and the outside elements outside of that glass are starting to affect the inner layers of the glass. They're getting warmer from the radiation on the outside. Now you're heating up the salt.
Yeah.
You're heating up the water.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to cause much more pressure changing.
Yeah. On top of the
between
fact
the
that
core of the sphere, because
Mhm.
we're using it as a demonstration, and the outside edge of the sphere, you're going to have major pressure differences
yes.
because the glass is getting thinner and thinner and thinner.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think I see what you're saying.
Glass is ozone.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, thanks to global warming, we're about to be avoided of a mini ice age.
Now, this part I don't know is scientific fact. I've heard you say the theory, and I've seen other references to it. But is this proven fact? Or is this the numbers indicate? Is this a little conjecture? I'm just curious as to what
I guess,
the solidity
Corey,
of this
it's
is.
hard to say with certainty that what didn't happen because, and know that is absolutely, you can't know.
I'm not asking for
anything.
a perfect non-margin of error.
This is what I've heard scientists say.
like
Real scientists, not like me, like real ones with doctorates and such.
You could say to me that the theory of gravity is fact, and I'd be like, well, yes, even though it's still only a theory. See what I'm saying?
Yes, you're hanging me up on.
I am interested personally on where the sources for this theory came from. Excuse me.
No, that's fine.
Now feel free to carry on. I just wanted to ask a question.
It's okay. One of the interesting things that's going on right now is the sun goes through, and this has nothing to do with global warming. This is not our fault. This is like we didn't drive so many cars that now the fucking sun broke. You know,
Well, I mean, it is global warming, but it's nothing to do with man-made global warming.
there are people out there who would hear this and think we've broken the sun. We didn't break the sun. The
We
sun-
are not. Can I tell you, people? We are not capable of affecting
Couldn't
the sun
do it.
in any way.
Not yet. No, not for a long, long time. The sun has an 11-year magnetic cycle. Well, it's actually a 22-year magnetic cycle where its poles go from north. They flip-flop every 11 years. And usually that's accompanied by a period of solar activity with solar ejections.
Flares?
Yeah, thank you. Solar flares.
Yeah.
And there's something else they call... But
There's
we'll call it.
eruption, flares, and disturbances that I know of.
We'll call it flares because
All
it's
right.
basically flares. And what that does
Flares
is...
are like long ribbons of ejected radiation.
Yeah, no, it's solar mass ejections. That's what they call it.
That's eruptions.
Yeah.
It literally just blows chunks of its mass.
Usually when the poles switch on the sun, that kind of thing happens frequently, with more frequency. And, you know, that's built into how climate works here on Earth. It just happens that it happens in a pretty regular way, and our planet's magnetosphere is good at dealing with it. But when the sun doesn't have this, it has a pole switch like it did recently where it's not more active than usual. The last time that happened was the 1700s, and it caused a mini ice age. And we are currently going to be spared a mini ice age because of global warming. Hooray! All the CO2 is keeping the warmth in. And since we're not getting the extra UV radiation, we would be colder. Global warming saves the day is the moral of that story. And we drove so many cars we broke the sun.
Can I ask you a question?
You can.
At the end of this mini ice age, then where are we going to be?
The I was going to say the revolution theory. That's not right. The
At the end
Industrial Revolution came after that mini ice age.
No. This one.
Oh.
This one, not that one. This one. When I'm talking about with global warming.
Oh, who knows?
Unless you're going to start denying to me that there's been man-made accelerated global warming.
Oh, Corey, I think that it's pretty clear that I believe that global warming is probably man-made.
That means it's still happening and it's going to continue, even though it's saving us through the ice period.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not saving. Like, it's saving us from excessively cold year-round temperatures. But what it's not saving us from is the amount of acidity in the ocean killing the ocean's wildlife, which is a big goddamn deal.
And solar radiation and everything else.
Yeah. No, global warming is not a superhero suddenly. Science didn't find, good news, global warming's going to save us all. Not true.
Eventually, this cold thing, the sun's going to settle down and the cold snap's going to settle down, and then we're going to be hot as fuck.
Australia is currently experiencing a, it's hot. What's the word? I can fucking
heat wave?
Rain out. Yes, thank you.
Having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
It has been over 104 degrees during the day in Australia for about a week. 83 degrees at night.
Enlighten me, sir. Where on the globe is Australia from where we are?
Well, if you turned the globe upside down,
okay,
Australia would be roughly where America is.
On the other side?
Yeah.
It's amazing how that happens.
Yeah. So
we're experiencing one of the coldest winters in years.
California's having a drought, and they think that's part of it, too.
Makes sense.
All this dry, cold air, man.
It's taking all the moisture out of the air.
Yep.
All the moisture's falling, and it's in our yards.
I don't know if it's cold in California.
It's unseasonably cold, but it's not polar vortex cold.
Those bastards get all the semi-nice
Southern
weather.
California.
Yeah.
Northern California is probably cold as shit.
Yeah.
California's a long state.
Northern Europe is also suffering from this polar vortex.
Yeah, we're not the only. I like how that's too. If it's not us and it's not Canada, doesn't matter.
Yeah. I heard an interesting fact that is completely unrelated to anything we're talking about here.
Fun facts.
There have been people in New Guinea longer than there have been people in Northern Europe.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? New Guinea's a long way from the Fertile Crescent, much farther than Northern Europe. But to bring it back around, when the people in New Guinea got there, it was an ice age. So Northern Europe didn't really have any good real estate. It was all under miles of ice.
What is the climate like in New Guinea?
Tropic.
Tropic?
Yeah.
Okay. Then maybe that's some of it to do, too.
Monsoon tropic, I think.
I always wonder what starts a civilization to modernize.
Food production.
And what keeps a civilization, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word for wild people?
Hunter-gatherers.
Yeah, there's a word for it, too, but I can't come up with it. Whatever.
Nomadic. Although agricultural people can be nomads, too.
And non-agricultural people can be static livers. What?
Inuit? No, that's
native people. We'll just go with native. Well, it's because that's not. I can't come up with it. What doesn't matter? Why are we arguing over
moving along.
What keeps some people kicks towards modernizing and evolving and building tools and machines, and what keeps some people's wild?
I'm reading a terrific book about that right now.
And I was just thinking right now that maybe it was the climate, because Northern Europe and Western Europe much less comfortably habitable than a tropic area like New Guinea. We don't have to worry about building really thick-walled shelters.
Climate has something to do with it, but mostly, and you wouldn't have food production without an agreeable climate. So climate, yeah, I mean, climate's one of those things. It's like you can't have a bowl of cereal without a bowl, but it's not the thing you're looking for in your cereal.
But it's not necessarily an agreeable climate. It's about adapting to your climate, because the Inuit, the Eskimos,
yeah,
there's no agriculture in there, but they know how to hunt.
Yeah.
Sea animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they do inland? It's all snow.
They hunt polar bears.
Duh. Bastards. I say bastards, but let's see you come face to face with a polar bear and tell me they're cute and cuddly.
Nope.
Enter the grizzly's big white cousin.
Polar bears are only cute and cuddly when they're standing all alone on a shrinking block of ice in a photograph.
Yeah. Some people also think it's particularly cuddly when they're standing, like 3 of them together, on a painted white piece of concrete.
Yeah.
In the middle of July in Rochester.
Yeah.
That's really fucking cute.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different show.
That is a different show.
We can get into that another time.
Getting dark on the zoo with AirWreckRadio.
I don't believe in zoos at all.
You don't believe in them? Corey,
No.
I can prove to you that they exist.
Really?
Yeah, they're really there. I've seen them.
I want proof.
My wife designed the penguin exhibit. I know it. I know they're real.
Fuck you.
I don't believe in zoos.
I don't believe in zoos. They're not
Man.
real. I've been lied to, man.
Yeah, it's all a lie.
It's all a lie, man. Santa Claus, the Tinkerbell, or the Tinkerbell, the Tooth Fairy, and zoos, man. All a lie.
The cake is a lie, and so is everything else. Take a break. Come back. Headline news. How do you feel about that?
Oh, sure, fine. Good for me.
All right. Tonight on Headline News, it's the rise of the machines. Well, it's actually not even tonight, though. I think it's important to point out that it is still very early in the afternoon. Rise of the machines coming up. Check us out on Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter us at AWR.
Twitter. Yeah, baby.
Stace
Better
Ghost.
Twitter us.
Twitter us at CWPaine Run.
I'm going to have to get a new Twitter.
You should get that Twitter handle if it's not already taken. Actually, you can Twitter Corey at CWPaine. Or you can Twitter the show at AirWreckRadio.
I can tell you right now, your best chance of getting a response is to Twitter the show.
A reminder, we have a big announcement at the end of the show, but it's a secret, and we're going to save it for the end of the show to make sure you bastards listen to the whole show.
Are you teasing?
I'm teasing.
Wow, all professional and shit like.
So, sit through the break, a word from a fellow ROC podcaster, I imagine. Maybe a song from Revolution Theory, who we went and saw and had a really good time seeing. And we will see you on the other end of the break with Headline News.
You are listening to AirWreckRadio.
I know AirWreckRadio is going to take me saying I like penis butter and edit that shit out.
What you want? What you want?
Kind of like penis butter. Kind of like penis butter. Kind of like penis butter.
Penis butter's okay.
It's terrible because I think in pictures. Sick bastards out there. AirWreckRadio. Sometimes you got to punch these fuckers right in the mouth.
You think so?
Yeah. Kind of like penis butter. Kind of like penis butter. Kind of like penis butter. Penis butter.
Whatever, who cares?
MonkeyRadio.info.
Proudly on the bottom rung of the broadcasting food chain, Monkey Radio.
Just remember, this is a comedy show.
Right. I'm going to make this as funny as possible.
Two minds.
I mean, once Honey Boo Boo goes off the air, what's going to replace it?
This is going to come on like after one of those like addiction shows.
After addiction.
Yeah. Intervention.
It's Tim the robot. And he's angry.
Just a robot killing people. And like that's the whole trailer.
That's the whole trailer.
One world.
Does your cat have a job? Does your cat contribute to society in some way? What is your cat's job?
He plays saxophone. He's in a jazz band.
That's a jazz band. What?
Zero patience.
Now, Donald Trump, in a very big earthquake, I'd love to see a giant pterodactyl just come by and just grab him by his hair.
When was the last time you saw a pterodactyl?
It could happen. Okay, we've got this task on Celebrity Apprentice and... Oh, my hair!
This is Monkey Radio.
Hey bro, I'm here to eat you. What's up?
Monkey Radio.
Wait a minute, it's free?
MonkeyRadio.info.
Hey folks, welcome back to AirWreckRadio. It's time for Headline News.
Headline News.
Almost. So close. So close.
It happened.
Tonight in the headlines, Google has put a bitch slap on Expedia.com.
Expedia.
No longer your favorite search engine to find good prices for travel.
Well, from one website, there's like 30 of those discount travel websites.
Oh, yeah, like Travelocity.
Yeah.
Or other ones.
Yeah.
With other names.
Exactly. Who knows? There's like at least 30 of them.
Wait, who knows, you ask? I
know. Are you going to ask Google and just add Expedia at the end of it?
I already did before the show. I just have to find it in the article.
He's just going to Google it, count those, and add one.
Yep.
And formerly Expedia.
Your other choices include Priceline, TripAdvisor, and Kayak.
How can we forget Priceline?
I didn't. That was the one I remembered.
That's the one with William Shatner.
Yeah. Shat. So, the travel site Expedia.com is currently experiencing some difficulty.
Would this difficulty be pissing off Google and getting pissed on by Google?
It might be.
Yeah.
As of Tuesday, the company's shares were down 4%, and Google search visibility is down 25%.
25%?
25% loss in Google search visibility.
Okay. AirWreckRadio constantly gains search visibility. It's like a small percentage.
That's because we're a big fucking deal.
But it's a small percentage, but it's constant. Like, it never goes down.
If we ever get T-shirts made, they should say AWR BFD.
What does that mean? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you a story about a man named Fred. Have you found Jesus?
On Google?
Yeah, on Google. No, you wear the shirt to people ask you what it means, and then that's what you say.
Oh.
Have you found Jesus?
That's a terrible way to spread the word about our show. Hey, they're not going to want to talk to you.
You had headlines?
Yes.
Expedia, something?
Down 25%. Google has not chosen to comment on this issue, but speculation abounds. One theory is that Google is exacting a penalty on Expedia as a result of Expedia spam searching themselves. They made little spam bots
Bad dog.
to search themselves so that they're...
Oh, you dirty little
they
bitches.
did that.
That's some 1990s message board type trolling shit.
Yeah. Here's what they did. They made little spam bots that would search. They were little, code that would continuously search Google. Expedia,
so that it would raise them
so that they would go to the top of the list. Right. Google doesn't like when companies do that because it bogs down the servers, for one, and
but are
for
constantly searching queries that are illegitimate queries.
And for two, it's kind of like having a cheat code for advertising. You can buy advertisement on Google,
and you're not going to manipulate my formula. You're not going to manipulate my plan.
Yeah, Google says
benefit. You want my benefit to my plan to work for your benefit? Advertise with me.
Google says what does...
Oh, Google doesn't do much advertising.
No, they don't need to. They just buy everything.
Well, I mean, they got they got the paid for sites at the top, and Expedia's got the cash, so fucking pay it.
Google basically said to Expedia, "What does Marcellus Wallace look like?" And Expedia said, "What?" And we know how this story goes from here. Does he look like a bitch? Then why would you try to fuck Google, Expedia? What were you thinking?
What was that? Now Google's going to stand on your throat for a while.
Yeah. Another theory is that Google themselves are building a travel site.
I heard that part.
And this is Google's opening
I didn't
move.
hear the spam bot thing. I just heard the...
This is not really... I mean,
don't believe that.
It could be an opening move, but here's the thing. This is from the USA Today. Other travel sites such as Priceline, TripAdvisor, and Kayak were stable or gained visibility through Google searches.
That's why that doesn't hold water. Why would those be fine and Expedia be the only one?
Perhaps those are the ones Google's got offers in on.
Because we're not going to build one. We're just going to buy one and pump Google into it.
Yet another theory is that Google's new website, sky.net, has become self-aware and is actually the opening move in the coming robot apocalypse. You can believe what you want. Currently, Google is facing an antitrust indictment in European Union courts.
I saw a meme, and it's, a big white outline figure. This is Google, and a small one. This is Google Plus, and it reads, "Why don't they like me, Daddy?" Next frame.
Plus.
Yeah. Next frame, Google replies, "I don't know, son." Next frame, "But I'm going to make them."
I don't like Google Plus.
Nobody does. It's terrible.
It's invasive, and I don't understand the benefit.
It's
like
not.
There's no readily available benefit to me for Google Plussing things.
Yeah, well, because they wanted it to replace Facebook.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's.
Have you seen the Facebook app? How could you beat that, Google, makers of the most functional apps ever?
No, it wasn't their technological difficulties. It was their complete lack of design consideration.
Yeah.
It's terrible to use.
It's pretty. Are we talking about Google Plus?
Google Plus.
Yeah.
Facebook on your computer is quite usable.
Google Plus is basically a thing that I can do, but I don't get anything from doing.
Because there's nobody else doing it.
It's like an extra step that I don't need.
If there were, like, everybody else was doing it, like the Facebook,
yeah,
then you'd have one because it would matter.
Yeah.
Like, I have one because I wanted a Gmail account. And guess what? I can't do without the other.
Right.
Bingo.
Right.
So AirWreck Radio does have a...
everybody's got a Google Plus account.
Google Plus account.
Nobody
and I don't think we
uses
have a single thumbs up.
Don't want them.
Whatever you
Friends,
get from them.
Whatever you do, don't go to google.com/AirWreckRadio and thumbs up us, because I don't know if that would do anything at all.
I have no clue.
But however you do give a Google Plus thing, don't bother for AirWreck Radio.
I would never know that it happened.
This is an official anti-endorsement.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
I'll have no clue that it ever happened. It doesn't matter to me. I wouldn't look it up. It doesn't apply to my numbers that I care about. None of it.
Right. Moving along in the news, smart electronics. Corey, you know what a smart electronic device is, but some people might not.
All right.
Things like a smart refrigerator is a refrigerator. I know. These are real things. I saw them in stores and marveled at them for a second.
No, I just have a bunch of shitty jokes, but they'll step on your story, so I'm holding them back.
Thank you. This is very nice of you. You've been to Sears or whatever, and like, I don't know, I can't speak for you. I like to go to department stores and ogle the appliances.
I'm a TV guy.
I'm not, but I understand it for sure. They're
like
easy to look at.
The giant televisions.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refrigerators, I saw one recently, and this is the kind of refrigerator we're talking about in this story. It has like a screen on it, and it Wi-Fi's to your home Wi-Fi network.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And gives you access to Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of speakers do you think they put in this refrigerator?
I bet you they're Boss. I bet you they got Bose surround sound system.
You think they are?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think
You know why? Because they're saving so much money not putting any decent speakers into your television.
No shit.
Putting the two pieces of tin behind the back of your television.
Well, the difference between a refrigerator and a television is you want a thin TV.
Well, yeah. Well, but you got plenty of room in your fridge to bury a couple speakers.
All right.
And they're going to want it to be, they want it to fill the room.
You might be right about that.
They're going to put like a Bose surround sound, 17 speakers in every corner of the fridge.
The thing is they never have these refrigerators set up so that you can try them in the store. So I have no way of knowing.
The 50s, you used to see, like, you'd see the House of Tomorrow TV shows and ads and all that, and the fridge always alerted the people on the control panel on the wall.
Yeah.
That they're out of milk.
That's one of the things a smart TV is capable of doing, is telling you it's been this long since you bought milk or something like that.
So they got that right. Still no flying cars.
No flying cars yet, or hoverboards, but we're getting there.
No, nobody wants flying cars.
It's only a year away. We're going to have it.
We have so much difficulty with assholes on a two-dimensional situation.
No, don't give them three directions. Then birds will have nowhere to hide. So smart refrigerators use Wi-Fi to give you access to things like shopping list apps and Pandora or other music apps.
How cool is this? If you live in a big city, you could just have the fridge order your food for you from the grocery store on the app, and the grocery store will deliver the food to your door.
That is kind of cool.
How cool is that one?
How?
Out of eggs. Big cities, a lot of grocery stores deliver their food.
Here's the thing with smart appliances. You're fucking spending more money on something that is, you already have a computer and a tablet and all this kind of...
You're right. You could just go,
this is me giving my opinion.
Computer, I need more milk. Send to the grocery store, deliver to the front door.
I think you could make the argument that a smart refrigerator is exuberant. It's not really something you need. A smart toaster doesn't make any sense. I don't need a Wi-Fi enabled toaster.
No, I mean,
or coffee maker.
20 years from now, when they don't make regular TVs, refrigerators, like, all you can get is a smart refrigerator, but it costs the same amount as a refrigerator costs because, prices go up, but technology prices come down, and they always kind of meet somewhere. Then you won't care. It won't matter. You'll be like, well, it's not exuberant. It's just a refrigerator.
Here's the thing that keeps me from buying one of these.
Now, they're really expensive.
Not just that they're expensive. Put it in my house, right? I get it. The fucking Wi-Fi breaks. Now my refrigerator's busted? No, that's stupid. That's dumb.
I'm pretty sure that the actual, ice boxy part of the refrigerator, where there's coolant in the walls and a fan.
Yeah. But
that's still going to work if the Wi-Fi breaks.
This is your built-in obsolescence thing that you don't like. How long do you have a refrigerator for?
You have a refrigerator for 30 years because it's a box that keeps things cold.
How long do you think your smart refrigerator is going to be smart for?
5.
Yeah, maybe.
Maximum.
Yeah.
Well, the screen will burn out in 2, but you'll get that replaced for a couple $100, and then in 5, the thing will be so slow it doesn't talk to anything anymore. It doesn't talk to the routers anymore.
So I think we're talking about very consumer important things immediately present to the consumers.
It's a very good point, Stacy, with the planned obsolescence.
Yeah.
That's a very good observation.
Here's one thing you might not know about your smart device, your smart refrigerator, smart TV.
It's recording
smart coffee maker, or smart toaster. These things are incredibly susceptible to hacking. So not just is it recording you, not just the normal thing, because that's the next news story.
Hang in there, folks. We're going down that road, too.
We're following a theme here. And if you would just follow me down the rabbit hole for a moment.
Should I put Thriller on in the background?
You could. We would get removed from YouTube for this.
Yes,
week,
we would.
But you could. Hundreds of thousands of spam emails have been sent by hacked smart refrigerators. They're easy to link up to. They're easy to hack. What they did was they created bot networks out of these. So you would have, say there's 1,000 smart refrigerators out there, and each one of them sends 20 emails. Now 20,000 spam emails is sent. Well, folks, there are more than 1,000 smart refrigerators.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
And it increases like that, but it makes it really hard to find who the spammer is because...
And the way that works is all the thing has to do is be plugged in.
20 emails is nothing. You're never going to get flagged for sending 20 emails.
Oh no! You could write a plugin for Chrome that yourself that would send 2,000 emails a minute.
Right. 20. 20.
Yeah.
But there are so many refrigerators that this resulted in hundreds and thousands of spam emails. Now, spam emails, not a huge big deal, but still. You are inviting a network device into your house for no reason. This device doesn't need a network. It just isn't necessary.
And then they really will build the house of tomorrow.
The best way to avoid
where the house will be on Wi-Fi and talk to you. You'll have Jarvis.
Yeah, sure. You can. I heard. You can.
Within 5
iPhone.
years.
No, your Android. Instead of saying "Okay, Google," you can say "Okay, Jarvis."
Yeah, that's a fun little plug-in.
It's cute.
But in 5 years, you'll just walk into your house and say, "Welcome home, Stace. Your favorite pornography is waiting for you."
I watch so little pornography anymore. It's kind of disappointing me because there's so much of it out there, but I'm just kind of over it.
The ocean.
Yeah, right, exactly. So the best way, and here's a hot tip for everybody, the best way that manufacturers say that you can avoid having your smart device hacked.
Don't have one.
I'm sorry.
Abstinence is the only 100% way to protect yourself.
I recommend abstinence from smart devices like toasters and coffee makers. But if you can't resist the temptation of having the fanciest fucking toaster of all the Joneses, then change your password. When you take it out of the box and you fire that bad Mamma Jamma Wi-Fi toaster up,
crank the protection up.
Change your password from the factory default. That's how this went wrong. People didn't do that.
Oh no! Once I figure out the factory default password, I got access to half the units they ever made.
Right.
If not more, because I change the password, my Wi-Fi password, from time to time. Actually, I would never ever think that I would need to change the password for the fridge. Wouldn't even occur to me. It just connected to the network.
Right. Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
There's got to be a way.
Moral of the story: it will help keep the spam out of the fridge.
You don't want spam in the fridge. You want to keep it in the cupboard.
Exactly. You want to keep
nice room temperature.
You want your spam separate from your refrigerator.
Yes, you do.
You do.
I'm glad we got around to the spam joke.
Yes.
I'm glad that did happen.
You're welcome. Moving right along in the news, something that you had talked about in the
just moments ago
in the last story. Who can access your car's data? See, your refrigerator isn't the only thing getting smart
recording
these days. Your car is too.
I'm pretty sure if you have like a 2008 or newer, you have at least some kind of data storage going on.
It's even further back than that.
Accessible data storage, though?
Well,
like my 1999 is not done. It doesn't have a LAN system like the new cars do.
Right.
So I don't know how you would get the information without a physical jack.
What it does have is not like, it's not going to be GPS stuff that your 99 has, but you could call Progressive and get their little jack thing that'll monitor.
Well, now I'm installing one.
And next thing you know, they're collecting all the data that a newer car is too. That's a little separate, but it is something people do.
Mm-hmm.
And they save a little money on their car insurance, I guess.
And they make Big Brother very happy. It's kind of a win-win situation for everybody.
Guess what was already in your pocket?
Yeah.
Which is in the pocket of your 99 driver too.
Can I tell you the difference? One of them was willing subjugation.
Sure, yeah.
And there's a difference there.
Yeah. More modern vehicles have much more complex than your 99. But your 99 can tell things like acceleration. It can tell direction, actually, because you have a compass. Even if your Blazer doesn't, it was an option, and the computer doesn't change. Just the module does. The accessory's not there.
Yeah, the wiring's even there, but I do have the compass.
Everything works.
I do have the compass, but yeah, everything up into the actual module.
There's no display.
Yeah,
but because it was an option, your car's computer does have that.
Absolutely.
So I mean, modern vehicles are way more complex than that. They have GPS built in. Most cars have that. So
they can tell everything you have to do with a car.
Yeah.
They can tell you what radio stations you listen to, how often you change the dial, how often you use your phone while you're driving.
And they could extrapolate that.
Yep. No, they could.
Oh, they could. Yeah,
they
could
have like straight tell that you can Bluetooth connect your phone
to a factory. If your factory car has like a Ford Sync.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Or MyLink.
Don't forget, cars also have backup cameras, and those are not off as often as you think they are.
Cameras are never off.
They don't need
Always
to be.
Assume the camera and microphone are live.
So your car is collecting a lot of data. And where do you think that data goes, Corey?
Well, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, I'd been like, they have hard drive space installed in the computer. Well, that would be wasteful.
Well, it used to be that you would have to
have some kind of physical storage
Something would have to be plugged in to get the data from your car.
But now your car's connected to the satellites.
Yeah.
Constantly. How connected are they? Do you know this thing called OnStar that Chevy introduced?
I'm familiar with the product.
15 years ago?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch 15 years ago could unlock your car from outer space.
They don't even need a dedicated satellite server. They can be Wi-Fi, and you pass through so many Wi-Fi free zones.
Yep.
Plus, like your home Wi-Fi, I'm pretty sure still transmits Wi-Fi and like for enough money anybody could get attached to it.
Yeah.
I think Wi-Fi. Now this is my own.
Your protections are only going to go so far.
This is my own belief. This is not something I've researched much of, but I do think that like the Wi-Fi network is stronger, even though yours is password protected. I think. But maybe that's hokum, and I don't know how the internet works.
Locks keep the honest people honest, is all that is.
Yeah.
If they want in, they're getting in.
That's the thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, Wi-Fi, anytime your car goes by a Wi-Fi, that data is transmitted, and it's just put into a little cloud of metadata that's scooped up by the NSA we know about. But here's what we don't think about. Anybody who wants to buy that data, because it's put there by the car manufacturers, put that stuff in. I'm sure the people that designed the radio put backdoors in for their companies to collect that data.
Oh, of course they did.
Long and the short of it is, that's not your data currently.
It does not legally belong to you.
No.
Nope.
It doesn't. It legally is just there.
Yep.
It's one of those what's not forbidden is permitted.
We haven't legislated that quite yet.
Yes.
But we're working on it.
We are, actually. Legislation is in the works to restrict access to that kind of data, thanks to Senators John Hoeven, a Republican from North Dakota, and Amy Klobuchar. Sorry, it's not spelled.
Right.
It's not spelled very phonetically at all. A
That
Democrat from Minnesota have introduced a federal legislation that would give vehicle owners the ownership of all the data collected.
I'm just calling her Minnesota. Minnesota.
She wants to protect your freedoms, don't you know?
Minnesota's good for you, eh?
Yeah, I like her.
I like Canadian.
It's hard not to go Canadian when you're trying to do Midwestern.
Yeah. Shit. Terrible at this.
So a lot of people are like, who cares? Whatever. And I had thought of a couple of examples for things your car knows.
Like?
Your car knows when you go to have your fat guilt and eat McDonald's when you shouldn't. It knows that.
Every day.
Who wants to know that information? McDonald's competitors want to know that information so that they can advertise to you, so that they can use that data to know where to best put a Burger King.
Don't go to McDonald's. Go to Subway.
And I'm not saying that's terrible, but it's not great.
Can I tell you that suggestion? I don't even really like Subway.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion. Don't go to McDonald's.
Yeah, don't go to McDonald's.
Go to Subway.
Go to the same gas station every day at about the same time?
Maybe not every day. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what I do, actually? Let me take that back because I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
I stop at the gas station every morning to get my Fountain Dew.
Advertisers want to know that so that they can tell the competitors, hey, this is a spot that needs a new gas station.
You think Mellow Yellow wants to know if I'm drinking Mountain Dew?
Probably. I bet Mellow Yellow would like to know very much where they could get you. Oh, they want to sell their soda too.
Guess what?
And
you're barking up the wrong tree, pal. Keep your Mellow fucking Yellow to yourself.
This isn't nefarious, though.
Don't want it.
It's just kind of icky because they don't ask your permission.
Yeah, that's...
The trouble is...
But isn't that kind of nefarious? I mean, on a very mild level, but...
That they don't ask... Yeah, it is. It's a little... I don't like it.
It's a little peeping Tomish. Like the creeper wearing no clothes under the trench coat looking in your window, beating off to you on the couch watching football.
Creepy, but...
But it is. It's just invisible, so it doesn't feel like it's that creepy. But it's actually more creepy because they're actually using the information they're gaining against you, not just for their own pleasure. It's against you. If they're trying to sell you things, it's against you, and you know it.
Against you is
you know it.
Very specific. It's more like they would define it to play the devil's advocate.
Oh, it'd be for you to give you a better customer service.
Yeah, a better consumer experience is what it would be to provide you.
Oh, really? What it is let us cram more shit you don't need on your throat.
Yeah.
So working against you.
I'm just saying.
All right.
There's grosser things going on than just like, all right, here's another example. You know, that fancy backup camera you got? Guess what it sees in your garage?
I love that.
It sees your little girl's bike.
And the 2 quarts of oil that you had.
Now they know you got little girls.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody with the money to buy that knowledge knows that.
Yeah.
And they can spread that knowledge however they please. And I'm not saying everybody's going to be creepy with that knowledge. Most of them are going to just try to sell you Barbie stuff and easy bake ovens and this kind of bullshit.
Pennzoil versus Quaker State.
Right. but for the right amount of money, anybody can know that.
I mean,
and you didn't.
Did you buy it on your credit card? They already had access to it.
It's like this. Is anything nefarious going to happen to you because of this? No, but don't you close your garage door at night?
Bingo.
Don't you lock your doors at night? Don't you have the option to?
Yeah.
You don't have the option with your car.
Like, you might not ever lock your doors, but you would never own a door without a lock.
And all this metadata is good. I mean, there are good uses for this stuff.
I'm not against the gathering of information.
Ask permission from the user. It's their data. They own it.
On a case-by-case situation. Do you want us to record your car data? Sure, I don't give a fuck. Do you want us to record your browser data? I'd rather you didn't.
Yeah. This is going to be a big, hot question.
If I go to McDonald's, it's different than if I watch training porn. I'm sorry.
This is going to be a big, hot button issue for the next couple of years, this kind of thing. Is your data yours? And it's going to be a big defining thing about what exactly is data.
Mm-hmm.
Is data your recorded image, or is it the images recorded by your devices?
I like the term metadata, too. I like how they turned the term metadata into
they gave
this.
it like this spiritual meaning by giving it that word.
I mean, like, in the past, metadata meant the background information that made your internet presence.
Yeah. The ones and zeros of it.
And just the very simple ones and zeros of it. The IP, the location, you might create metadata for a website that was all your taglines.
Yeah.
So that it was searchable out in the infinite scape of the web.
Right.
Of the tiny searchable scape of the surface web.
And calling it metadata, as what you're describing, seems like it's got some anonymity to it that's implied that we're not getting.
Exactly.
Like,
what the metadata now means is all your data.
And the fact that it's you.
That's it. That's not the same thing as we record all the trajectory in all the cars.
Right.
We don't know whose car's what or whatever.
And that has a good use.
We do that because we're studying traffic patterns.
Whatever you could so that my GPS can tell me, don't go that way. That way sucks today.
Whatever spoon-fed reason you could probably just lie to us with. And I'm giving you ways to get this done, and we wouldn't even know.
Right. And doing it that way has anonymity, and it doesn't result in direct person-to-person, like company-to-person, individual advertising.
But when they say they just want to collect your metadata, like when the government says that, the big corporation,
they mean
all your data, everything.
All that data tells them a lot. A lot. It tells them every single place you go, how many steps you take. It can tell them your pulse.
It's the creepiest thing about that that Xbox Connect, dude.
Yeah, you point to it. You know what it's not attached to anymore?
Yeah.
My Xbox, man.
That is the creepiest thing. We know for a fact they can just turn it on if they want.
Yeah.
On. Anybody can do it. A middle school hacker could probably get it done.
I bet that I could do it. Yeah, I bet I could figure out how to do it.
You had to turn that son of a bitch on.
Yeah.
And the information the new one can gather, blood pressure, temperature, pulse, breathing patterns, on top of scan any barcode that's visible in the room.
It has algorithms to calculate your mood based on your blood pressure and skin temperature and things like that.
Exactly. It's creepy, dude. I hate to go Orwellian,
it's
the 1984 viewing circle. They had a big, viewer in every room.
The very last time.
And you had to find corners to hide in. If you wanted to do anything like write in a journal.
The very last time we had this conversation on this show.
Yeah,
you said, I hate to go Orwellian.
But that's what it is.
And I said, no, you don't. And I say it again. No, you don't.
That's what it is, man.
I hate that we're going Orwellian. I don't hate to go there. I hate that it's happening.
Yeah. Knock, knock, knock. Guys.
Yeah.
That was just a book.
That wasn't an instructional guide for how to run the future.
It was a fictional novel.
But they read it. The thing is, the interesting thing is, like, those people, they read it and got something totally different out of it than you. You got a warning out of it. They got an instructional guidebook.
This sounds great. Fuck these people.
They took what they liked out of that and the Brave New World, and they said, there's something, these two authors got something going on here, and I bet we can make this happen. We'll blast them with too much information and fill them with apathy, and then we'll make use of their apathy by watching them not give a shit.
Anything we do, because they're just too fat and bloated to care.
Oh, they're not all fat and bloated.
I don't even literally mean physically, even though I do kind of mean physically. Just your lifestyle. Oh, did I say your? I mean ours. I shouldn't say yours. I'm just as guilty as anybody the fuck else. It's just our Western bloated fat fuck lifestyle. Even if you're you're shredded, you're built out of a brick shit house. You're still a bloated fuck for spending all that time and energy and money concerned about being built like a brick shit house.
Ladies and gentlemen, the views of Corey are not necessarily represented by everybody in the AirWreck Radio studios. Stacy thinks you are beautiful snowflakes, precious flowers, all of you, individuals and lovely.
I promise you we don't have a single gym rat that listens to this show.
I don't care. I don't want to call our listeners fat slobs. It makes it distasteful to me.
Well,
I
I'm
love
sorry.
them.
Their culture is making them fat slobs.
Their culture
even
is
emotionally.
AirWreck Radio. It's making them smarter.
We're the counterculture, and I know that because we're on the internet.
This isn't the 90s. This is being on the internet is not
we're this close to being vampires.
Okay? we're rebels like Sonic the Hedgehog. And Bart Simpson. Badasses.
I'm totally goth, man. We stand alone against the world.
You know who stands alone against the world? Here's a fun fact.
Damn it. What?
The 85 richest people in the world have more money than half of the rest of the world.
Oh, okay.
85 people.
Just stew on it for a minute. Let the math sink in.
Wouldn't that be cool? I want to say it again more slowly. 85 people.
Okay, 85?
People.
More than 75.
Individuals.
Okay, but less than 100.
Yes.
Okay.
Have half of the world's money.
50%.
Of 700 billion people's money.
50%.
7 billion. I'm sorry, not 700 billion. That'd be crazy.
Wow!
7 billion. A billion is 1,000 million for anybody keeping score here.
Half?
Half of the money in the world belongs to 85 individual people.
50%.
Ball in.
See, that I don't know whose joke. I think it was Chris Rock joke. But somebody had a joke that if Bill Gates woke up with Oprah Winfrey's money, he'd kill himself.
Yeah. That's so gross. It bugs me. I don't know what to do about it, but it's gross.
But you're very pro-capitalist, too.
I am.
That kind of is what happens with capitalism.
I think that number could be less skewed and still be capitalism.
You're right. Okay. But again, are we talking theory versus
shouldn't
practical application?
If 7,000 people had half of the world's money, I think I'd be better about that. And that's only 1/10 of 1%.
All that would mean is that all the people in the 1% that weren't those 85 people would get a raise. It's not like more people would get rich. You take the 85% of the 1%, the 85 people out of the 1%. Whatever's left, some of those people would get raises, and then a bunch of them would get up into the upper category.
The top of the bottom would go up, but the bottom would stay the bottom.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying?
Yes, it wouldn't distribute the wealth to the common man. It would just make more rich people richer.
That's one way to think it would happen.
I'm sorry.
It's not the way I hope would happen.
That's sorry.
I know. You don't have to be sorry. You can think what you want to think.
That's how that seems like it would fall.
But because you think it doesn't mean I'm wrong. Just like it,
I didn't say you're wrong.
I know. But it's not any more wrong to believe that it could be spread out more fairly so that it wouldn't just raise the top of the bottom, but it would raise the bottom.
Well, I guess the question is how do we instill fairness because it would turn out from looking at the past.
It requires,
we're not really good at that.
It requires a culture change, and I think that we're more and more capable of it than we. I mean, you certainly could have never changed the culture of capitalism before, but now there's such freedom of information.
Do you have any idea, like, do you have any specific examples? I don't mean to put you on the spot of what kind of culture change you're envisioning.
Well, we would have to have some idea of. I don't know if harmony is the word, because that's really like, hippie, but some kind of like homeostatic feeling where you would get to a certain point and be able to say enough is enough without limiting how far you could get. I guess mostly you would have to say something like the people at the bottom of the ladder, if you're a business owner, you shouldn't be able to individually make more than so many times the bottom guy at your business's pay.
Mm-hmm.
So that you would have to keep a more level pay without having to exact the minimum wage.
Oh, okay.
As your company's value increases, so then does the value of your employees. I don't know how you would make that not a terrible idea.
That's
I don't know the specifics of it.
I mean, but I really feel that we're into something that's theory versus application, because with
that's what you
there's
feel, man. But neither one of us is in any position to enact anything.
No.
I'm just talking about what I think, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. And so am I. If you look at the way companies treat people, the largest companies don't have the happiest, best taken care of employees. If you poll people,
wait,
it's usually smaller companies that have happy employees.
Are you telling me Walmart doesn't have happy employees?
There you go.
I can't believe that.
Now, capitalism, in theory, should say that Walmart should have the happiest employees that have ever existed, ever. They're the most powerful corporation on the planet. Their employees should be getting fat paid based on the basic theories and mechanics of capitalism.
I don't like the term flat paid, but I like where you're going with this. I don't think that's correct, but it does.
But they're
you're making my
treated
point
like
well.
dog shit just so that we can, keep the 1% and the 99% hungry.
That's
and
what I'm
stupid.
saying. The people at the top of Walmart should be able to have the conscious of mind to know that the economy works a lot better if everybody has more. And because when you have 85 richest people of the world, if you're listening right now, if you have half of the world's wealth, what is the value in that?
That's a good question. Like,
you're just sitting on it.
Once you have so much money, it doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
And what is that number? What's
I want to know.
I
was actually when I found this number, I wanted to figure out exactly how much money there was.
Oh, in circulation on the planet, or in the country?
No, because we're not talking about just money in circulation. We're talking about money that's sitting still. All of that, half the money, is some of it sitting still, man.
And a lot of that's not even real. How many?
It is real.
That's a good point. But how many of that is in printed dollar bills that somebody has, and how much of that is numbers in a bank account?
Right. It's like trying to know how much gravity there is.
Yeah.
It doesn't really quantify that way.
We measure it in G's based on Earth's gravity being 1 G. Because we just had to pick somewhere to start.
Right. I wanted to research this number. Couldn't figure out the words to use to how much money is there. I don't know. A lot. More than I have. By a fair margin.
I would hope so. If you're holding out on us.
Think water in the sea.
If you're like number 86 and we're doing this on broken computers.
Yeah, I'm the 86th richest person in the world. That'd be great. Then more people would know about our show.
How many TV shows do you want to own today? TV stations do you want to own today?
None. Fire them all.
Run AirWreck 24 hours a day.
Those 85 richest people are powerful, powerful people.
I'd be willing to bet if you could follow the money trail honestly. If there was an honest way to follow it. Like
now who's being theological?
I'd be willing to bet that you could probably follow that. I would say that those 85 people
are ballin'.
Are the one. No, I can't say fat paid, but you get away with ballin' twice.
You were talking about Walmart employees. I'm talking about ballers.
Baller.
No offense, Walmart employees. I mean nothing negative against you.
Those are the 85 people that are running this planet.
Yes.
Everything goes to the money, right? Well, follow the money to the top of the chart.
What if they're not running them? What if the money's running the shit, though? Instead, like, it's not the people anymore. Now it's just the money and the desire for more money.
It's just the spiritual end of the hunger for money that's running everything now.
I must have the money. All of the money.
Now the money is the stupid ring from Lord of the Rings, and everything and everybody is gold.
It's not enough that I should win. But you must lose.
Yeah. Not only am I going to get that, I'm going to step on your face to get that done.
Man, for a couple of guys getting ready to start a fundraiser, we sure are trashing the people with the money.
That is true.
What are we getting ready to start a fundraiser
Because I don't want your rich people dirty blood diamond. I do want your rich people dirty blood diamond money. I'm just joking.
I also want that dirty rich people money.
I don't want your blood diamond money. I'm going to beg the people for their pennies and their cents. For their broken shoelaces and chipped buttons.
Corey has no sense. Please donate them if you have some to spare to Corey at CWPaine Run on Twitter.
CWPaine Run on Twitter.
Why are we having a fundraiser?
Oh, fuck you. Way to step on my shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had lost your way.
I was finding it back.
I thought I had appropriately distracted you for no reason whatsoever.
You did, so fuck you for stepping on my shit.
Continue. Continue.
Oh, I'm going to ask the common man to sacrifice for the greater good, to give out of need and desire, and make a powerful message.
It's very dramatic.
To the people that this is what we need.
Money.
Money.
Not for us. We're not asking you for money for us.
Yes, we are.
Well, we are, but not just for us.
Okay. I'm asking them for money for us.
Oh, don't do. Oh, come on. No, you're not.
We want to go play podcast in front of people.
We don't just want to. We're going to. We would really like there to be some people there.
Coming up at the end of March. What were the days? The 28th and the 29th?
March 28th and 29th at the Record Archive.
You're going to be able to see ROCpodcast.com.
Live.
And I say, what did I say? Did I say a show? No, I said a website. It's not just a show live. You're not just going to go see AirWreckRadio live with all your friends and family.
Maybe not the kids.
You probably not bring the kids.
Maybe leave the kids at home.
Hey, Grandma, you might want to leave Grandma home.
Bring Grandma. Corey's lonely.
If you got a fat person in your family, they probably aren't going to enjoy half of it. If you are ethnic,
if you have any ethnicity whatsoever,
if you're disabled,
white, black, brown, yellow, it doesn't matter. Don't come to this.
But no, in all seriousness, we are doing Rock PodFest.
Woo! ROCpodcast.com presents PodFest.
Yes, an ROCpodcast.com production where we are going to be recording our shows and doing live interactive shows, and we're going to be mixing up the podcast. We're going to be doing super shows.
Not just us, though.
Everybody. Or almost everybody. You can't guarantee everybody.
Shows
it's
like
a lot of people.
Well, I don't guarantee everybody.
You can't.
It's a 2-day event. I'm sure it will be some people someday and some the other days. Some of the shows you can expect to see members of at ROC Podcasts PodFest are from shows like the Best of Rochester winner, Local Vocals, Shoot to Thrill. Of course, AirWreckRadio and a podcast will definitely be there.
Yeah.
Second Prince
is all in. Yeah.
Mental Overload, Sound of Tomorrow, and many more of your ROC podcast friends.
I'm really hoping that we can get Geek Out Radio and the Lost Cosmonauts.
Yes.
I would really like to see what the Lost Cosmonauts could do in front of a live studio audience with some good equipment.
There is talk of a super show.
Ooh.
Which sounds just delightful to me. A super show.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's going to be an opportunity for people to know a new kind of white noise as a bunch of podcasters all try to talk over each other all at the exact same time. It's so awful, friends. You're going to love it.
Well, you can't have every podcaster on the stage at once.
No.
Not only would nobody hear anything ever, I don't think we have the equipment. Well, okay, we got the equipment to make that happen.
We definitely have the equipment to make that happen. Not just us. All podcasts.
We would I don't know, maybe do a rotating type schedule or something. That would be.
I put out their names in a hat, and we draw 3-man teams and make 3-man podcasts.
Something.
That was an idea that I put out there, and I hope we go with that. But if we don't, I hope that we come up with a better idea,
or at least
go with that.
I like a tag. My original thought was like a tag team scheduling thing.
Yeah,
like you just cycle in on a chair. There's 6 chairs, and there's X amount of people, and every 15 minutes you cycle out this chair. The next 15 minutes, this chair cycles out and just comes back around to a scheduling board.
There are 2 different ways you may or may not hear several podcasts at PodFest.
Well, I had another thought, is we should make a podcast of the planning.
What?
We should record
this
the planning process, not just me and you when we do the meetings with Vinny and the other podcasters.
Oh,
just record it and see what's there. There's
a lot of bar noise was there.
Well, yeah.
Meeting. I don't think that. I like the idea. I'm not sure if it would work.
Well, it would take some cooperation from other people.
Just put an iPhone down in the middle of the program, and then we'll contact the NSA and see if we can have our data.
Can I have my data back, please?
We know you have it. Can we just use it too, please?
Can I just have a copy?
Yeah.
No. You can keep the original. I just need a copy.
Yeah.
Could you email that over to me?
Yeah, you're not even losing anything, NSA. Just give it back. Just share.
It's digital. Just copy, paste, share.
Yeah. So we're sharing it with everybody else. Please share it with me.
Yeah.
So to get us back on track in this plug.
Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ. This was a plug. We should probably do this more concisely.
March 28th and 29th at the Record Archive, PodFest. Mark it on your calendars. Please come down and see us. We would like very much to see you. Shake hands, get stuff signed, ask questions, give advice, whatever. We don't care. Come to the Record Archive at the end of March, the 28th and 29th.
Okay. Now, I am trying to gobble. I will try to grab up as much space as I can at this thing. I'm telling you the truth. As much space as he'll let me have, I will gobble up for AirWreck and
sure
a podcast,
why wouldn't
super
you?
Shows. But I need help. I've got to come up with some good ideas for a live show for us.
So are you asking people something?
So I'm asking everybody who can hear me now.
And later when you're listening to it recorded. Not just now while he's saying it.
They did that, but if they heard it now, they would have gotten it.
I wanted to make sure that there was no time travelers left out.
They did that observational experiment where they linked via Wi-Fi, everybody's in their connection.
What are you trying to ask them? You're losing me.
Shut up! No! They linked 1,000 home computers or whatever together to use all of their individual processing power to go through data. And what would have taken like 20 years worth of the fastest supercomputer running, they did in a day and a half.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking for. I don't have enough processing power to get this job done.
So you're asking for people to donate their hard drives to you?
I'm asking by your creative ideas. What would be fun to do live in front of people? Would you like to see? Would you like to be involved in? Because if you want to be involved with something, I can make that happen too. You got a special talent? You want to come sing for us? I want you to sing for us. Come sing for us.
Whatever you want to do. Please email us if you would like to help AirWreck Radio out.
Because we need help coming up with ideas.
With ideas for the podcast thing. I said it like it's nothing. For PodFest. It's a big deal. It's our 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Here's to one more.
the next long fucking year, I'm going
Email
to try
us
to make some money.
At airwreckradio@gmail.com with your suggestions for what to do at PodFest.
And
or
be prepared, because there's going to be a lot of advertising, promotion, fundraising.
There will be a fundraiser, I think, and we will get back to people with more on that, because right now it's very, I think, up in the air.
Yeah, I think we got to get to that.
Yeah.
Getting that figured out. But there's a meeting next week, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
But just be aware, friends, we're going to be begging for money. You don't have to give it to us, but we are going to be begging for money, and it's so that we can be on the radio telling people about the podcasts, because, some people think the radio is all they got. And we want the opportunity to tell them that that's not true.
That is not true.
That's not the
It's terribly untrue.
It's the future home of podcasts.
So you'll be able to listen to our podcast on your smart TV, on your smart refrigerator.
Corey?
You know what? On your smart toaster. You know what? You need a smart microwave so you can heat up that I'm giving you the segue there.
Oh, wrong. You misread me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was not indeed going to ask for a warm cup of sassafras tea.
I thought you were. That's why I set you up the segue.
I was getting there, but not just yet.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask you where they could listen to us on their smart toasters and smart microwaves.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This list takes forever.
How about the big one?
AirWreckRadio.com.
And ROC Podcasts. There's an S at the end of that. .com.
iTunes, Stitcher, the usual suspects. And you can get all of the ROC podcasts on iTunes and Stitcher, either by subscribing to them individually or subscribing to the ROCpodcast.com feed, where you will get all of the shows.
Use iTunes for that. The Stitcher will give you a different show every day, which is also a nice feature.
If it actually ran through all the shows.
It doesn't quite do that.
Yeah, no.
No, it gives you one select show of the day on Stitcher. That's on Stitcher only. On iTunes, it's the shit.
Oh, it's iTunes rules for podcasting.
And if you don't have iTunes, if you got an Android device, use your browser instead. Use your browser and go to rocpodcast.com. All the podcasts work like that.
Even if I switch my phone when I go Android,
yeah,
I'm still keeping iTunes on my computer for the podcast.
iTunes is great for podcasts.
And then I'll just transfer all the files over manually instead of syncing it.
This episode has not been brought to you by iTunes, although you might think so based on the end of this episode.
It will have been brought to me by iTunes because that's what I listen to it back on.
Oh, that's a good point. I guess, listener, if you're using an iDevice, it actually was brought to you by iTunes.
Exactly.
But if you're like me, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. Now, Corey, I am thirsty.
All right.
May I please have some sassafras tea?
It's late in the afternoon, the sun rising high. There's nothing to do around here, and if there was, well, I wouldn't try. Taking my comforts, taking good care of me. Sitting down in my easy chair, taking a sip of my sassafras tea. Now wouldn't you know it, there goes the phone again. It's probably just another wrong number, but someone tried to sell me something I can't even see. Well, I got the solution, how to deal with this insanity. Just sit down in my easy chair and take a big sip of my sassafras tea. It's getting near evening, the sun going down. I guess I should shake a leg, climb in my car but I'm sitting in my easy chair, taking a sip of my sassafras tea. Now wouldn't you know it, oh, here come my neighbor Jim. He got the willies and the worries on his mind, and the weight of the world putting pressure on his spine. Well, I got the solution. I know how to set him free. Set him down in my easy chair and give him a sip of my sassafras tea.